Okay, there's so many ways to set up for hip thrusts. This one is by far the best engineered machine on the market. Brett Contreras actually just came out with one that's built a lot like this. So I haven't tried that one yet, but I can almost guarantee it's gonna be as good, if not better. But hammer strength, plate loaded, hip thrust, glute drive, whatever you wanna call it. This is the money, baby. Just make your ass feel like it's gonna fall off. Jamie told me this morning when we were on FaceTime that I looked like I had a BBL, and I've been carrying that with me. I got Brazilian butt lift. And that was probably one of the best compliments I could have ever gotten. And it's all because of this machine. This is the BBL workout. So, you're gonna have to play around with what works for you. Everyone's anatomy is different. Everyone's hips sit differently. Everyone's femurs sit in their hips differently. So what I feel the best might not be what you feel the best. But generally speaking, in my experience with working with clients in person, using a hip circle, like a booty band, is really gonna help you to activate your upper glute as well as your lower glute. Keep your knees from falling in. I call it double duty on the booty because it burns extra. So I put this on. I've seen some girls do it like here. I like to do it here. It's just personal preference. There's really no difference. You're gonna feel it about the same. So with this machine, get your plates loaded here, strap yourself in, get your booty band on. Again, when we're training glutes, the shin angle is really important. So when you bridge up into this machine, make sure this pad is in your middle back. If you're too far down, you're gonna be falling off. You see people hip thrusting like this. Don't do that. Plus you're gonna hurt your back. So the key to that is just sit right up tight to this guy. You want it like in your middle back. That way you can load your hips. So you wanna, again, fold in on your hips. Make sure you have that nice vertical shin path. The reason for that is if you're too close, you're gonna recruit all the musculature in the front of your legs. So your quads are gonna wanna do all that work. Boris is getting a little, if you're too far away, your hamstrings are gonna wanna do all the work. So having that nice vertical shin is really important. Feet about hip width apart, pushing your knees out against that band so they're not caving in. So what we're gonna do here, that went at the top, you want to think about a posterior tilt. So you want to kind of tuck your hips under so you can really drive that hip extension up and squeeze all the meat from your butt cheeks up into your butt crack, like into your butthole. So you feel that contraction all the way to your upper back. The reason for that tilt is so that we eliminate any hyperextension. The minute you lead from here and this is extended, you're gonna feel it all in your lower back. So fold into yourself, stay tight, keep that nice core connection that I talk about. Fold in, stretch the glute, squeeze from the bottom of your butt cheek at the bottom, drive your heels down, push back at that angle and tuck. Squeeze the meat of your butt cheeks up into your butt crack, hard squeeze. Fold, tuck. So we're not doing this. Chill out. More is not always better on the weight either. If you can't control the weight, again, tempo and form come first, then load the weight. Tuck and squeeze. And we're not just kissing that contraction, we're holding it and then releasing in control. So nothing is ever bouncy. Your glutes are made up of 3 muscles, kind of like your shoulders. The glute medius, that nice like shelf that gives you that roundness off your lower back. Why am I dying? I think I'm dying. The glute medius is responsible for hip abduction. So think about when you're squatting, when you're lunging, you'll hear the cue of like knees out, spread the floor. The reason for that is this big femur bone in here, it rotates inside the hip capsule. So this external rotation and this movement, abduction, this little guy right here is responsible for that. So If you just keep a little tension on that band while you're thrusting, immediately those muscles are gonna fire. And you can feel it, like if you just stand regular and put your finger on your upper glute, it's relaxed, nothing's really happening in there. As soon as you can even see it, as soon as I rotate out, that guy is popping.